Before you found out that he was cheating the first time, did you suspect?
No, I didn't.
Khloe Kardashian and Tristan Thompson break up once again after more cheating rumors come out. Hey guys, and welcome back to another Shared News from Home. We've got all the details you need to know about the Kardashians, but before we get into it, if you're new here, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell so you don't miss out on any future videos. As always, I'm your host, Zachary Reality, and I'm joined today by Gabby, Gonta, and Mariah Davis. And Khloe and Tristan have called it quits again after a recent reconciliation, as explained on the KUWTK Kardashians reunion. The pair officially got back together last fall after multiple cheating scandals and a whole lot of apologies from Tristan. But just the other night, Tristan was spotted going into a bedroom with 3 women at a mansion party in Bel Air. Khloe heard the news and broke up with him, saying that she felt too betrayed by him. Gabby, can you believe she even took him back after the amount of times he's cheated on her in the first place? Is this like a once a cheater, always a cheater type of situation?
It definitely does seem like that. And normally I would say I can't believe she took him back. But after watching this latest season of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, their relationship just seemed like it had progressed so much. Like he was doing such little things to like make her happy and kind of show up for her and prove that he was changing and being better. So after I watched that, I was just really rooting for them, you know? And so it's sad to know that since then things have still changed and they're kind of right back to where they started.
Yeah, I completely agree, Gabby. I mean, I hate to say that I believe once a cheater, always a cheater, because I think when it comes down to cheating, if you are going to cheat, it's because you're unhappy with whatever situation you currently have. So it just doesn't make sense that he would work so hard to get her back. And it really did seem like they were on the right track. I mean, they were talking about having more children together. It just doesn't make sense why you would throw all of that away after supposedly working so hard to get it back. So I am kind of surprised, but I also feel like with Tristan specifically, there's been countless cheating allegations. Like literally all the time there's a new cheating allegation and typically it's denied and the whoever is making the allegations is lying, but it just makes me question now that we know that this happened so recently, like what if all of those previous allegations were actually true? It's just so sad. I mean, I can't imagine what Khloe must be feeling right now after giving her trust back to somebody and them just tossing it away.
Yeah, it honestly just makes no sense that he would work so hard to win her back and regain her trust and then just completely cheat on her again and make a fool out of her once again. She must be feeling like kind of an idiot right now. So Tristan was seen at this party hanging out with Drake, Chris Brown, and Diddy. So obviously not the best influences. And apparently he was telling people that he was single. Tristan has sort of denied these rumors by putting the cap emoji on his Twitter with no context, meaning that these allegations were a lie. And on the Keeping Up with the Kardashians reunion that just aired this week, but was filmed about 2 months ago, Khloe opened up intimately to the viewers about what it took for her to finally take Tristan back after all that he's done for her. Khloe said that after a year and a half of apologizing, going to every single family member, trying to make things right, who would do all of that if they weren't really in love and wanted to make it work? And even Kris and Kim and pretty much all the sisters kind of backed up Khloe in her decision of taking him back because he did take so much ownership. And Gabby, you mentioned that you watched the season and you saw what changes Tristan made. So it's like, why do you think that Tristan did all of this to win her back just to do it again?
Yeah, I think it kind of all comes back to the fact that he's kind of young and a little bit immature, right? Because it seems like everyone's telling him, you guys should be together, you have a kid together. Khloe wants another kid, so like let's try to make this work. And it seems like a lot of pressure on him if maybe deep down that isn't really what he wanted. Sort of what Mariah was saying, like maybe he's not fully happy in that relationship, but was trying to make it work because he thought it was the right thing to do. But then there's still some of that immature selfishness where, like we were saying, as soon as he goes to the very first party after quarantine, hanging out with bad influences, he doesn't have that self-control and isn't able to show maturity in that way. So, I mean, I didn't even realize how young he was until they sort of mentioned his age on this season as well. And I was like, oh, wow, kind of makes sense. I always think guys take a lot longer to mature. So for that reason, I think that's just an underlying reason for some of the fact that this is just not really adding up.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think too, I'm not trying to play devil's advocate here because I personally I get so irritated when we see a repeat offender in the cheating department. So not trying to play devil's advocate here, but I can't imagine what it's like to be a significant other to someone in this very prominent huge family. Like what all that comes with. I mean, I'm sure it definitely comes with its perks. Why wouldn't you want to be kind of connected to the Kardashian family? But also, I almost feel like it could make him more of a target because women are like, well, this kind of like elevates his status. I don't know. I feel like you are in a position to where it's nice, but then maybe there's more temptation because of who you're seeing and what huge family you're involved with. So definitely agree that age must play a large role in this. I don't understand at all, like I said earlier, how anybody who would work so hard to repair a relationship and to prove their love to someone. I mean, we just heard Chloe talk about this at the reunion, like somebody who really loves you doesn't put in that kind of work. But I also feel like maybe this is a hot take, somebody who really loves you doesn't cheat on you. So this is just heartbreaking. If this was one of my girlfriends, I would be like, "Girl, dust your shoulders off. Like, there is someone out there who is going to be so worthy of your love and who would never in a million years dream of doing this to you." Maybe one day down the road it is Tristan. They share a daughter together. It's not like they're not going to be a part of each other's lives for forever now anyway. So maybe one day he does mature and they find their way back to each other. But I just feel like anybody who is going to betray your trust, there is bigger and better out there for you.
He definitely has temptations, like for being an NBA player, for dating the Kardashians. So obviously, women are going to throw themselves at him, but he needs to have the maturity to say no. Tristan just turned 30 this year, which is about 7 years younger than Khloe. So there is about a bit of an age difference. And we do know that women mature faster than men. But I just feel like after the countless times and chances that Khloe has given him, there is no reason for him to keep cheating on her. Maybe he truly is in love with her, but he just can't keep it in his pants, and it's more of that situation. He's not thinking about these girls in any other way than just in the sexual way, and he's truly like in love with Khloe. But I don't think that they have to be together just because they have a daughter together. And Khloe did open up about wanting to have another baby on the Kardashians reunion, but this time through a surrogacy. She really wants to give True another sibling, but wants her kids to have the same father. However, she's been struggling with her surrogacy process, and I am sure Tristan going out and about is not making it easier. Khloe states to E that Tristan has betrayed her trust completely and that there is no regaining it. But she also says that there are on civil terms and she wants to co parent peacefully with him. So, Gabby, do you think that she should try and have a baby with Tristan, or should she just go about having a baby on her own, maybe through a sperm donor, maybe through adoption? Like, where do these two possibly go from here?
Ugh, that's such a hard question because that's a great point. We sort of saw her going through all these tough decisions on this season and just going back and forth about what she wants to do. Even when her and Tristan were in a good place, she was dealing with a lot. So now, like you were saying, this is kind of throwing a wrench in everything. I don't know. I mean, of course, it would be, nice and great for them to have the same father, but it just seems like it's almost getting too much for her to handle. So I don't know. I feel like she should try and get with somebody else or, do the sperm donor thing just so it's like she can have she can kind of like remove Tristan from that part of her life because it just makes it so much more difficult that they already have a daughter together. I mean, I'm sure they think it's an amazing part of their life and it's something they can share forever, but since they have that, it's not a relationship you can fully walk away from, right? They're on civil terms because they have to be. You can't just let that part of your life go and move on. So I think it would be smart to, take him out of the areas of her life where it's possible still.
Yeah, I agree. Just kind of like remove him from the equation. It's 2021 and women do not need a man to have a baby. They just don't. Of course, I understand the appeal of wanting, your daughter and their siblings to have the same father, but she also comes from a large family that is divided and half of them have different dads than the other half. So it's kind of like that doesn't really matter as far as how close you end up growing. They have such a strong relationship with Kylie and Kendall. I'm not really familiar what their relationship is like with Caitlyn's other children, but I can only imagine there's still like a sibling closeness that it just doesn't matter if you have the same dads. I mean, personally speaking, my sister and I have different dads, and she is literally my soulmate. I think we were always destined to be sisters, so she just doesn't need to put herself in a compromising position. I mean, she was in love with Tristan, she probably still is, so going down the path of trying to procreate with him once again, I can only imagine could be a really sticky situation, and again, it's 2021, like, women do not need a man to have a baby.
100%. She does not need to rely on him to have another baby. She should not give him that power because obviously he's just taking it and using it for his advantage. And I really do believe that he's going to cheat on her again if she ever takes him back. I mean, we've heard Khloe say so many times that she's done with him, and then she takes him back, she takes him back. This is a long going forever saga, and that is everything we have to share with you guys today. So let us know in the comments below what you think. Do you think Khloe will take back Tristan? Will he cheat on her again? And before you go, don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell because we'll be back for more Kardashian news. As always, I'm your host, Zachary Reality, and I was joined today by Gabby, Gonta, and Mariah Davis. Our social media handles are on the screen right now, so be sure to give us a follow and say hello. That is all we have for you guys today, so thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye!